What's up, guys? Welcome back to your favorite installment when I review your bikes. The good, the bad, the ugly. I'm brutally honest with you. Let's get right into this one because there's some wild ones. First off, we're going to start off with a local. His name is HG Adam. I've ridden with him for a long time, and he just got done building an absolutely beautiful R7. This is the type of build that I feel like I would do if I ever went to the R7. Not going to happen anytime soon, but this all-white anniversary edition is just beautiful. He had the rims powder coated, the cage powder coated, and a couple other little odds and ends powder coated with this gray metallic flake in there. It looks really good. He went with the dirt bike bars. I think that's a Brembo 16 for the Master RCS, dirt bike bars, sub cage, looks like a 60 tooth in the back, looks like something big, with a set of built seats, the windshield cut, and a huge 310 millimeter bracket on this thing with a full Acropovic exhaust. It looks really slick coming out the back like that. And a built tank. And a built tank on these is kind of a pain in the ass to do just because you got to cut the plastic around it. So the guys that are building these tanks, good on you. It looks really good. And who's ever cutting the plastic, good on you. It looks really good. 12 bar, really big, so you got plenty of room to drop back and scrape. And my guy, you with that new white and black Bell Race Star on you too. Mwah. Love it. It's just a really good looking bike, man. Look forward to seeing that thing out in the streets this year. Let's get on to something a little bit more ugly. This one comes from our good friend Corey Mack R08. Corey, I don't know where the you got off thinking that this was a style. I'm a Busa guy myself. I love Hayabusas, but this thing's got more bodywork on it than Kim K. The muffler is literally entrenched with I don't even know, Bondo to make this bodywork seal, and it looks like it's like painted with ancient Egyptian paint. I have no idea. It looks like something out of Terminator. The style is just, dear God, the more I look at it, the worse it gets. The front fender is completely covered with body plastic or Bondo. I don't know how the hell somebody built this, but the exhaust is wrapped in it too. How is it not melting straight off this thing? And why do you look like you're 70 years old touring the country on this? What the oh my God. Ugh. Jesus. It looks like something out of Alien versus Predator, some Egyptian pyramid Hayabusa. If King Tut was out here riding around in the west side of Chicago, I think he'd be on this thing. So yeah, I'm speechless on this one, boys. Thank God it goes so fast to get it the fuck out of everyone else's sight. Disgusting. Thanks for sending that in, Corey. Before we go on to the next one, I want to highlight a product a week that we just put up. These are dirt bike scrape bar adapters. So this way you don't have to run a 12 bar on your supermoto or dirt bike. I don't really like running a sub cage on mine, so I don't think a lot of other people do either, but you still want the titanium on the back of your fender. This is a really easy way to just drill your bolts in, and now you have a bracket to mount titanium to the back of your plastic. It's really clean, works really well, and yeah, you don't got to run a whole ass sub cage and 12 bar on it, and you can still throw scrapes. Let's get on to the next one. Now, speaking of supermotos, let's jump right to them. Our boy Corey Mills sent in this 2018 KTM 500 EXC. Now this bike literally looks like one of the bikes that I was riding around with in Sweden. Just a super ridiculously clean supermoto build. I'm a sucker for them. I like the half and half wheels, how it's like half one color, half the other. It looks really crazy when you're going down the street. He's got a graphics kit on it, a full FMF exhaust. He's got 360 fork guards on it, a CMP composite tank, and swing arm guards. He just got a lot of guards on it, some axle sliders, and to be honest, it's just a really clean build. And yeah, he doesn't have a handbrake on it. So this is right up my alley, man. I think, yeah. And you got a piece of tie sticking out the back. Really do love it. Fun to roll stoppies on. Just a fun bike to cruise around on. And I see that you're in the States with it, so that's really cool. It looks like something out of like Holland or Denmark or Sweden. The Backpack Wheelie Boys, y'all would love that one. Super clean build, Corey. Love looking at it. Thanks for sending it in. So for this next one, we skipped over Discord and Instagram for submissions, and my guy, John LaRusso, sent this one in. This is an 1980s two-stroke Enduro Husqvarna with a 500 two-stroke motor in it. Holy crap. And he's got street bike tires on it, bars, just holy crap. This thing, for 30 or 40 years old, looks like it just rolled off the showroom floor. And like I was saying with the last one, like that is how supermotos are in Europe. They're just beyond clean. He's got an FMF on it, just so much. And he says, if you ever come back to Sweden, I'd love for you to come roll some stoppies on it and whatnot and check it out. Whew. He's got Yamaha TT600 forks on it, XL wheels, and some other bits and pieces. Quite a lot of has been done to the motor, and on the latest dyno run, it ran 53 horsepower to the rear wheel, and I'm sure it's just breaking your neck the whole time. 500 two-stroke is no joke. Ridden a couple two-stroke CR250s here that we built on supermotos, and they're just ridiculously powerful all the way through that power band. So I can only imagine a 500 two-stroke. I've only ridden one, I think, when I was like 13 or 14. My old man put me on one trying to kill me, but that's neither here nor there. They're scary, and I like it a lot. And if I come back to Sweden anytime soon, I'm gonna take you up on that offer. Love it. Another Dyna Dave actually sent us in a 2005 Harley Dyna FXD. Now this thing is freaking sick, and I haven't reviewed a lot of Dynas on the show yet. It looks like it's got a 2-to-1 exhaust, some progressive shocks in the back, Racetech springs in the front. I can tell there's a little bit of extra height to it. Stock modded carb and oil pan. So what you mean by that is the hole in the top of the carb and the oil pan pickup mod in it, where you do the brass tubing in it, because if you don't do that, you're gonna not have oil pressure on a wheel and you're gonna blow up your Dyna. It's not a fun time. And all custom painted. And look at that paint. It is beautiful, man. Really do love it. Now, if you will let me hate on your bike a little bit here, that seat, my guy, what are you doing? Where are you going? I mean, you got a full-on built Dyna, but you still got the old man seat on it. Let's get you on a Saddleman. Let's get you something nice, and I think that would just be the last cherry on the top. Get rid of the seat, though. Come on, man. It's just not the move. Let's get you a Saddleman or a Lucky Dave or something like that, and you should be all done. I do like the heat wrap around the exhaust, because I do know how hot that shit gets when you're doing Larry's and your right leg's pressed up against it or whatever. It's just not a fun time, so I do like that a lot. And I really do love the rest of your build. I like the high side life air filter on the side. That's my dude. Shout out Joe. And just, yeah, really clean build, and you're killing it with wheelies and everything. So let's get you a good seat, man. Call us up. We'll ship it to you next day. Last but not least, we have Adriano Burgo that sent us in an 09 ZX6R. I haven't reviewed an 09 ZX6R just yet, just because it falls in this weird middle ground of not being a 13 plus 636, and it doesn't fall into the 05, 06, 03, 04. So it's just a weird generation. However, I do know a lot of guys vouch by this 600. This thing is absolutely beautiful. So he's got a Cox mini stunt cage up front and an SNS Moto sub cage and subframe in the back. SS motor triple with dirt bike bars, a 55 tooth in the back. Love it. That's what I run. Brembo front master from Misguided. I appreciate and thank you. Stunt stay and M4 full exhaust. Header back, currently getting the stunt tank ready for paint. So this thing is literally fully done up. ZX6R, and that 09, I used to not be a fan of it, but in between a local named Anton and then a not local in Sweden also named Anton, both riding on all blacked out 09 to 11 ZX6Rs, I have become a fan of them. They're super responsive, they're really light, and a lot of the parts for the 13 Plus bolt up to them. And last but not least, we literally just got one in here a couple days ago, 09 ZX6R Monster Edition. It's sitting up there in the showroom. Really fun. I got to ride it the other day and I had a blast. It throws it up in second and third gear, a lot of foot brake, really light bike, love it. So Adriano, thank you for sending that in, man. Really do appreciate it. Thank you to all you guys for sending these in. If you guys didn't make your bike on this cut, make sure to send it in next time I ask for it on Instagram and Discord. Stay away from the emails, but don't submit your bikes via email, please. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. And if you guys have something to say about one of these bikes, including that wild ass Hayabusa, or maybe that 80s 500 in Sweden, leave it down in the comments and let me know what you guys think about it. As always, guys, your least favorite moto vlogger, Brian636, telling y'all to respect life and have a great week. I'm out of here. Love y'all. Peace.